I'm going to talk about the spam filters because just like having some phone calls or some Zoom calls with people and talking to people, seems like not everyone really, I don't know if you guys aren't aware that they exist or you don't know how to set them up, but I want to walk you through these spam filters. So if you guys are using WordPress or you're using one of our embedded forms, then the spam filters work for those. Okay, so the way that it works is if you go into CRM and then you expand leads and then spam, you'll come to the screen here, right? So this is what this is these are leads that are less than 30 days old that are marked as spam. After 30 days, they'll get deleted. Okay, so the spam filters are very effective, but they require some time to kind of like get them up and running. In our agency, we have several hundred websites, and these block more than 1,000 messages per day. So previously, someone had to make a decision 1,000 times a day to delete a message that these handle for you. It's been a couple years since we've seen a real lead in our spam filter. We get some every day that escape our spam filters into the into our real leads, which are the qualified leads area now. But we went through and we did the math, and I think maybe some of you guys have heard this before. It's blocking, for us, it's blocking greater than 99.8% of form submission spam. So tremendous amount of spam being blocked, which makes everything better, such as our automations, our lead counts, this information, but you've got to kind of get them dialed in a little bit. So this turns it on or off right here. This will shut it completely off. I would leave it on. This is going to look for URLs. So for instance, if somebody fills out a form submission and they put a URL, which are like how most robots that are submitting this stuff, that's what they do. They want you to go to their website. So they're including that. So we can look for that. No one's going to usually come to your Legion site and include, like, for a real lead, no one's going to come and say like, hey, I need my toilet fixed. Also check out my website. That's not a real lead, right? So look, if we check this, it will look for that URL. It doesn't catch 100% because URLs can be structured so many different ways. Sometimes one can sneak by, but for the most part, it's going to catch those. In the United States and Canada, we don't include a plus sign with a phone number. These are going to look at the phone number field in your form, and numbers don't start with 0. So if you check these two boxes and they do either one of those things in the phone number field, it will block those. Okay. I'm going to skip this one for a second. These two here are about emails. So the email field, this will block out an entire domain. So like if Jeff@spammer.com or Spencer@spammer.com try to fill out this and spammer.com is in here, doesn't matter what the beginning of it is, the domain is here, they will be blocked. You wouldn't want to do that with Gmail though, because that's going to block real leads. So this is where you put individual email addresses. And then down here, you'll filter by country. So this one, if you're using the WordPress plugin that we have, or if you're using the embedded form, then we can pull the IP address of the person submitting the form and we can determine their location. So basically, let's say you're in the United States, then you may want to block the entire world except for the United States. Perhaps you want to let the Canadians in there too. They don't really spam much, but you get the point. No matter where you are, you can select the countries that you want to allow it from. And this one by itself will block like 99% of spam, right? Because most of the stuff is coming only from a few countries, or maybe a dozen countries, right? So if you eliminate those from being able to submit, then it will take a tremendous load off of the forms that are coming in that you're probably deleting. So I skipped this one here. So keyword spotting. So the way this works is this will look for a word or a phrase. Okay, so if someone puts Bitcoin in the message field of a form submission, then it will block that message. Or if they put this entire phrase, this would not block if SEO said, hey, I need some help with SEO. That wouldn't block that message. It would only block it if it says SEO for your website, which if you guys have been around a little bit, then like your legions probably get a message like this once a week where it's like, hey, I can help you out with SEO for your websites or for your website. So if you put that phrase in there, from then on, all that stuff will get marked as spam. So if you were to put all this stuff in a blender and combine it, then that's where you're going to really get those high numbers. And you need to build up this list right here, right? This list of keywords.